taxes on the rich, they will change the way that they use their money. They change their behavior. They do, you know. New numbers from California proving just that. The formerly Golden State's total revenues down, well, no, not down, $806 million less than what they expected to bring in, despite and perhaps because of those new taxes that they put in place in early November. By the way, that revenue down 10% from what they expected to bring in. Joining the company now is Siebold. He is the author of How Rich People Think. Very interesting. This is happening in California with higher taxes, less revenue than expected. Do you think the same thing would happen if and when President Obama sticks on higher taxes for the rich nationally?
Of course it's going to happen. There's no question about it. We don't have a tax problem in this country. Not California doesn't have it. The federal government doesn't have it, Stuart. We have a spending problem here. The government has an unlimited credit card. They keep printing money. It's a spending issue. If they stop spending, we don't have to keep raising taxes. It's not a tax issue at all. It's not going to solve it.
But what do rich people do? Now, in California, I can understand you can move. You can go to Nevada, you can go to Texas with a different tax structure. I got it. But if we impose higher taxes at the national level, not that many people are going to leave America because of a tax rate increase, are they?
Well, a lot of them are leaving France. They probably won't. France is not America, of course. They probably won't leave America. But I think first of all we've got to state this fact that this is a delusion that people making $250,000 a year are rich. This is clearly the upper middle class. These are the people that are going to get hurt. The wealthy, I mean, the Mitt Romneys and the Donald Trumps of the world, they've been preparing for this for years. They have a team of wealth advisors, all the rich people do, and they're prepared for this. They've been waiting for these days.
How do they do it? How do they avoid? If I'm rich and I know that come January the 1st, my tax rate goes from 35 to 39%, and that's highly likely. If I know that in advance, how do I avoid it?
I was just talking to my financial advisor, Kevin Hauser, out of Philadelphia this morning, just a few hours ago. And he was saying that he's got all kinds of clients transferring their businesses to their heirs, to their kids' names, putting their significant assets in their children's names to avoid the giant hike in the estate tax. And so this is one of the things they're doing. They're putting money in, tax-free and tax-deferred accounts. I mean, they're preparing that's what people really need to be doing if they're not ready. That's what they need to do if they have any kind of assets whatsoever.
Now, you wrote the book and it's called What Rich People Think. Is that correct title? What Rich People Think?
How Rich People Think.
How rich people think. Okay.
Right.
Do they hate tax rates at this level? I mean, is it that kind of an emotional response, is it?
Well, it's clearly a confiscatory tax here. I mean, this is class warfare, Stuart, against the rich. All of a sudden in this country, anyone who makes $250,000 a year or more is suddenly an evil person. And without, I'll tell you what, you give me the people that make $250,000 a year or more in this country, and we'll start our own country. And in 10 years, that country will be rich and this country will be broke. More broke than it is now.
Do you happen to know the answer to this question? Which is the most rich-friendly country in the world?
I would say Switzerland.
Is low tax rates there?
Well, I think they're the friendliest to the rich. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure.
But I can't put my money in Switzerland now. I mean, look, if suppose you get a rich guy in America, he puts his money into a Swiss bank account, that has to now be declared to the IRS. The IRS has to know that you've got that money there, and that if it's earning income, you're going to have to pay tax on it over there. I mean, the Swiss bank account is no longer the escape hatch that it used to be, now is it?
No, it's not. I mean, you can keep it there, but once you bring it back, you're going to have to pay taxes. And no, so it's not a shelter. Absolutely not.
All right, so let's just sum it up then. The rich people are avoiding these, what you call confiscatory tax rates?
Absolutely. I mean, and they're cutting spending. And here it is right in today's morning Bible. Consumer spending wobbles. Here it is. They're going to stop spending, which is what people should do. Obviously, consumer spending is 65% of GDP. That goes down. The other sectors are fumbling. And we're in big trouble here. I think we're in much more trouble than people think come January 1st.
Stephen Siebold, we appreciate you being with us. Thank you very much, sir. Good stuff. Thanks.
Thanks, Stuart.
We are